I had one online comment that said, all this girl does is say like too much, and I was devastated. So yeah, I really don't have a great
No.
relationship with online negativity. It really does scare me. So I really found it empowering the way Arlen Hamilton and others who deal with, you know, the mess stuff of being a creator.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Haters gonna hate. I
Mhm.
love that. They need a job
Yeah.
too. Oh my
That's
gosh.
true.
The way that I deal with people that are unsavory is I heard a quote from this mentor, and he said, "Some souls are here on vacation." And it's like they're not here to learn, they're not here to grow, they're not here to progress. They're just on vacation, so let them vacate, you know?
Mm,
Let them have their little vacation.
totally. You know, the other thing too is, and I think we could all probably identify with this, that all that hate is just a reflection of how we feel on the inside. I know when I'm having a bad day, I might be shorter with someone in a shop or walking down the street, or I'm not smiling. When we don't feel good inside, sometimes we react poorly. Now, I'm not the kind of person that's going to spew hate online or something like that. But the people who are putting the hate online, they're probably just in a lot of pain. And that's their only way that they know how to express that. And it's kind of like a call for help because they don't know how to process their own pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Couldn't agree more. We're clipping that. We're quoting that. So, have you noticed any patterns where talented people hold themselves back from opportunity?
Yeah, it's so interesting. So I've interviewed several hundred incredible women around the world, and I'm talking about I've been to over 100 countries, and I interview all these women in person, and I can't tell you how often it's wild to me. I'll have women who have had their companies acquired, or high level executives, or some sort of crazy accolade, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not good enough to be on the podcast. What do I have to say? No one wants to hear from me." I just think it's really important. My mom says, "Never close your own door of opportunity," and I think a lot of us in our community continually close our own door of opportunity, thinking that we're not enough. And I'm surprised, even when we have so many accolades, that we still continue. Some of us think that we're not enough. So that's a pattern that it has really taken me. Like, there's this confusion of, why aren't there more women speakers? Why aren't there more women panelists? And in producing events, I'll say men are so much quicker to say yes than women. Sometimes for me to just get one woman to be a speaker takes me going through, I don't know, 20 times the amount of work as to get the guys. And so I think there's a lot we need to do within our community to share our voices on stage, whether that's the podcasting stage or a physical stage. And to take the onus off of, like, people don't want our community to speak, but how often are we saying yes to opportunity instead of getting in our own way?
Like you said, once somebody does it, then people will believe that it can be done by others.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
More women speakers.
And one with 100%. And with the traveling, I get so many times, "Oh, my accent is too thick," when their accent is just fine. So I've actually only had an accent too thick one time out of all the interviews I've done. And I still tried to salvage that interview, but typically they speak perfectly.
That's awesome.
Some people does have like that, especially me. I have like a little thing about like the accent because I'm not here, so I get it for sure.
No, I love
Yeah.
it.
So you've talked about using intuition as a business tool. Can you unpack what that means in your creative work?
Yeah, I really feel like our intuition is our oracle. I think, you know, when I first started my career, and I think a lot of founders go through this, they see all these people on stage or these LinkedIn thought leaders, and they're like, those people have the answer. That person has that answer. This author has the answer. But the only person who really has the answer to our life's destiny is ourselves and within ourselves, because you can't replicate someone else's path, and who you are and what you stand for and what's important to you, only you know that. So how are you going to create the life that you want to create if you're just following someone else's life? And so I think it's really important to pay attention to our intuition as a compass of the right and wrong decisions. Because if you listen to 10 different experts all on the same day, those 10 different experts about the exact same topic will all have a different opinion of what is right. So you can't just go to an expert, because how do you know which of the 10 is the right one? So the only right one is the one within yourself.
I love that.
And that's tough. Yeah.
And, you know, it takes people their whole entire life to, you know, really come to that conclusion. So I'm glad that you are a voice for not only women, but women in tech, women in fields where they need more representation. They need I like to say a bestie, you know, it's like, you won't be that person for you, but I'll be there. Like, you can do it. Hell yeah. And you're giving everyone the confidence. I love that so much.
You know, I love that you said that, because someone told me something really interesting about the way guys do business versus the way women do business. And they said the one thing they noticed that is a common practice in guys' culture is they talk about one another in meetings, on the golf court, whatever, cigar, whatever these guys are doing, but they talk about one another. They propel one another. And women tend to not have that same type of conversation. So I think it's really important to be proactive when we're in meetings, when we're online, to proactively support our community, so that we all have more eyes on what we're working on. Also, one thing I wanted to say, I made this comment before we started the interview, how, you know, your camera looks like phenomenal and mine looks all blurry. And the reason why this is important for me to say is, so I have an audio podcast. I've always had an audio podcast. I've been podcasting since we started production in, I think, 2013, and it first aired in 2014. I can't tell you the number of times everyone has said, you need to have video, you need to have video, you need to have video. I have a top 1% podcast. I don't enjoy doing video. You don't need to have anything. What you need to do is enjoy your life and have a production process that really aligns with you. Because sometimes what happens, and, you know, I've known so many creators over my career, is they do the thing because they think they have to do the thing, and then they quit because they're burnt out because they never enjoyed it in the first place. Because I felt so much pressure at one point, I can't remember when it was. Maybe it was during the pandemic, but I tried video for like, I don't know, it was like 3 weeks or something. And I was hating the podcast so much that I thought that maybe I wanted to quit podcasting. And my editor said, he's like, you know, you never did video before. You've never liked doing video. Why don't should you maybe just stop doing the video and see if that changes anything? I stopped doing the video. I went back. I was totally fine. It's because I was forcing myself to do something that I didn't actually want to be doing. So just stay true to what works for you. Podcasting is an art form. This is your own creation. It can be a 1-minute podcast. It could be a 1-hour podcast. It could be a 10-hour podcast. It could come out once a week. It could come out once a month. Could come out once a year. This is your art form, your creation, your storytelling. No one can tell you how to create your story. This is all coming from inside of you, of the magic that you want to share with the world. I have a very hard time with self-promo, funny enough. So pushing myself right now, I'd say, one, say hello, esprit@hey.com. It's ESPRE@HEY.com. I just kicked off. I haven't even really shared it yet. I'm doing these ambassador-led tech walks all throughout Los Angeles to have meaningful connection with community that's not networking. It's really comfortable, atmospheric, and they're moderated conversations with introductions. So if you go to latechwalks.com, it's like Los Angeles, latechwalks.com. You could see that if you want to check that out, if you're in LA or know somebody in LA. And yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of. It's this experiment I'm running to empower the community. So it's kind of cool.
I have a few friends in LA actually that I want to send that to. So
awesome.
Maybe
if they want to lead a tech walk, let me know. Like, definitely definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. You can just find me /Esprit. It's my first name on LinkedIn. And shoot me a DM. Like, I'm trying to make sure. The biggest problem we have in Los Angeles as far as tech is our city is really geographically fragmented. It's like we have a ton of different countries all within one city.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing my best through We Are LA Tech to bring the city together.
It's
Like
cool.
I don't think I shared this earlier. The theme of We Are LA Tech is really to spotlight the people and places and events creating the LA Tech community so that we're very connected. And then for women in tech, the motto is, if she can do it, so can I. So Women in Tech is for a community of people to expand their belief systems so they could achieve more. And then We Are LA Tech is to bring that nucleus for the community to create meaningful connection. And I don't recommend people have 2 podcasts. Do not do 2 podcasts. I got into 2 podcasts. I have the 2 podcasts. I've had more podcasts than just 2. No, I don't recommend it. Just do the 1 podcast. It's enough. Like, there are specific reasons I have both. I don't suggest having more than 1 podcast. Joe Rogan has 1 podcast. It's good enough, you know?
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that.
And I'd love to just shout out before we get off, Ariel Nessenblatt, I think is how you say her name, if I'm not mispronouncing it. She's Ari this and that on social. She's the queen of podcasting. She just knows all the podcasting insights. And I just think what she's done for the podcasting industry and the champion community in podcasting is incredible. So for sure, give her a follow.
For sure.
100%.
Definitely.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
that's how we meet people too, is word of mouth and, you know, conversations and like, oh, this person does that. Okay, I'm going to go and check them out now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me. This has been awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for being here. And we hope you have a great night or a great day.
All the things all day long. Bye.
Bye.